Hi, welcome to the Woods Fans. It's Melissa. In my last video, I showed you how I started on a bedroom to office makeover and did this amazing ceiling above me. Look at that. Wowza. So in this video, we're going to continue and finish up the room with the help of our sponsor, Fezzibo. Fezzibo sent me an amazing mid-century modern style electric desk. So it's adjustable, whatever height is most comfortable for you, and an ergonomic desk chair to go with it. Having an office setup like this is definitely gonna help me have a designated spot to work on Welcome to the Woods and have it be as comfortable as can be. I love the style of it, and so I kind of designed the whole room around it. We're gonna get started with the floors. First on these floors, I'm going to remove the carpet. Now I don't wanna keep this carpet, it's stinky, smelly, and stained, and ripping this up was kind of a bear. Underneath, I uncovered what I suspect is asbestos tile because they didn't remove it before laying the carpet. They just went right over it, and it's like a perfect 9x9 square. So I'm not gonna touch it either. I need to kind of gear up. Okay, this is the order. Hair tie back, then half face respirator.
Hat, hearing protection. Done.
And then the tack strips on the edge, I originally was thinking I could maybe keep, but my new carpet solution is not going to need tack strips, so I did have to pull these up. I also have to remove baseboards. This is going to make painting the room a lot easier. Then I'm going to actually refinish these. I have hours ahead of me of working on this. In order to resurrect all the trim in this house, I've been sanding it all, like filling holes, sanding, and then restaining and resealing it. So it looks great afterwards, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but it is so nice when I'm done. I don't think this is oak. I don't know what kind of wood it is, but it sure looks beautiful when it's sanded and refinished. Worth it? Today I'm going to restain all the baseboards that I sanded down the other day, and I'm also going to paint the crown molding before I install it. I want to get all those finishes done, but I put on nails and I don't want to ruin my manicure, so I'm gonna attempt rubber gloves. It would be nice if I could open a window or something for the fumes of this. It's not as bad as I thought. Like, I'm not wearing a respirator because I enjoy killing brain cells, but it's only 14 degrees out in Minnesota, so I can't even open a window, and I just have to stain indoors. Thankfully, nobody's living in this part of the house, and it's not really gonna affect anybody too long. I've never done carpeting, like a whole roll of carpet, and I know it can be tricky to get it pulled tight and installed properly. So I found this product, which is carpet tile. It doesn't need any underlayment or tack strips, and it doesn't staple down. It just suctions to the floor. When you place these carpet tiles on hard flooring, the backing on them has a special technology which prevents them from shifting and moving around. And since I'm laying them right next to each other across the entirety of the room, I also think that they're unlikely to shift as the walls will, enclose them in this space. These actually cut really easily. I just score it with my utility knife, and then I bend it slightly and run the utility knife back through until it's separated. Just like that. So now this is gonna fit perfectly into my space. This is really quite easy to cut around like that, and then it goes right around the door jamb. Now that the carpet's in, it's time for baseboards. If only it were that easy, right? I went and installed all the baseboards by putting them back where they were after I refinished them, and then just using a brad nailer with a 1.5 inch nail and shooting them into where the studs were. It looks so good. Ooh. I guess I can't wear boots in here anymore, can I? Okay, I'm gonna do something really cool today. I just got back from working at the lake house, and I'm gonna work on a painting for the wall behind the desk in this office makeover. Now, you'll have to excuse the mess at my house because Liam is at an age right now, he's 1.5, he gets into everything, and there is stuff everywhere. So, like, look at the floor. Yeah, you guys with toddlers, you know what I'm talking about. My house is always a wreck. I'm gonna transform this big framed picture that I got at the thrift store for like a little under $30, and it's huge, into a canvas painting. Right now, it's like a print of an artist's painting. Look at this thing. I mean, it's a nice picture, but not really my style. First thing I gotta do is take off the back so I can remove it. And I'm gonna transform it with just a sheet, a bed sheet. It's always scary ripping into the back of a painting, like what are you gonna find? There's gonna be maybe a letter. You know, somebody's loved one who like bought this for them and hid a message inside. That happened to me once when I was renovating an old mirror. Somebody carved the name Daniel in it. All right, what are we gonna find here? This backing is stubborn. Yes, so we have a print, we have a mat. Okay, we're just gonna remove that. Okay, now the glass. I'm just bending all these staples up here so that I can get the glass out. I only need to bend up 2 sides and I should be able to shimmy it. Gosh, pretty tight in there, isn't it? My goodness. Finally. This glass is really thin, like wow. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually take a bed sheet. Like literally a flat bed sheet. I think people make fun of my generation for not using flat sheets. I don't. I know I don't. I'm a millennial and I never use this. This is brand new and I've had these sheets for like 6 years. It's just a plain flat white sheet and I'm gonna wrap it around the piece of cardboard that fit perfectly in the frame and create a canvas, like a DIY canvas. Generally, I've done this with 100% cotton and this is polyester, but I think it's still gonna be okay. Hope. I guess we'll find out, won't we? The other reason I decided to use the cardboard instead of the glass is because the glass was so tight fitting and wrapping fabric around does add a teeny bit of width. So I just want to make sure it's gonna fit back in the frame. Look who woke up. He's asking for water. You want water? My goodness, you were thirsty. Bye-bye. I actually think this is the only time I've ever ironed in my life is doing crafts. Next, I'm gonna use this spray adhesive mount. This is like for mounting pictures. I'm just gonna spray it on the cardboard. It's really sticky. I already see the corrugated lines of the cardboard. Is that gonna be okay with the paint built up on it? I don't know. All right, I have to redo this because I'm still seeing the corrugation from the cardboard, and this is probably why in the past I've glued it to this glass. So even though the glass is really thin, I think I'm still gonna try and do it. I'm just gonna be gluing the fabric onto the glass instead of on the cardboard like I did here. Sometimes I don't get it right the first time. Why yes, I'm using a cooking utensil to evenly spread the glue. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's just do it. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be all right. Now I'm just taking a credit card and I am moving from the center, pressing it out, moving the excess Mod Podge out. I ran out of that spray adhesive, so we're doing this one with Mod Podge. It is gonna soak through the fabric a bit, but once it dries, it'll be all right. I'm also planning to cover all the fabric with paint, so I don't think you'll notice the Mod Podge underneath when I'm all done. Finally, I can start painting. One way that I make sure that my painting matches with everything going on in the house is I use the actual paint colors of what I put in the house. So like this is the color of the front door, and the green I'm going to be using on this painting is from that ceiling feature that I did in the room. The frame's gonna get its own finish. I'm gonna put on some gold metallic spray paint. You know, It's like 30 degrees out here, so we're just gonna do our best. I just don't quite know how to spray the other part of it. I better just come to it later when it's dry. This is a nifty little tool that I use a lot. It's a laser tip measure. It literally will measure anything that the laser hits. Any distance. It's so nice for long distances when you work by yourself and you don't have anyone to hold the end of your tape. I want to go about 5 feet. Okay, so that's the middle of our wall. Okay, so there's a stud and there's a stud, but I don't know. I think that's going to hang it a little high. I know, I'm just eyeballing it, you know. Okay, now my hook is in a stud, and we're gonna find a stud this way. Oh, there it is. And you know, it doesn't really matter if these are perfectly level as long as they're in the ballpark, because I'm gonna be able to slide it on the wire on the back of the painting to get it level. To actually get it on the hooks is a bit tricky. You gotta kind of stick your hand back there and feel for it. Okay, that one's on a hook. Okay. Now let's check how centered it is. 3 foot, 5.5, 2 foot 11. Terribly not centered. Let's go this way. 6 inches. Well, how did that happen? If it's just in one stud, it's probably okay. Because I don't think there's another stud between these two. Even though that's not actually 16 inches, is it? That's kind of weird that those two studs are not 16 inches apart. This is a magnetic stud finder, by the way. It doesn't actually look for the wood. It is foolproof. You always find the stud because it magnetizes to the hardware. A must buy. If you don't have one, they're like $7 and they always work. All right, we're going that way 6 inches. I'm just gonna pull this out. Ugh, I should have measured better instead of just like acting like I knew what I was doing. Ugh. Okay, I gotta get a different tool. Here I am, patching all these holes, making this wall look beautiful, and then just like putting another blemish in it like it's nothing. I forgave myself. Okay, we're just gonna move it tighter. It's not hitting wood anyway. This one's in a stud. This one's just not gonna be. It'll be okay. If one's in a stud, that'll hold the majority of the weight. This is at an angle, so it is stronger in the drywall than it would otherwise be. We'll see if this is centered and if the frame covers up my blemish, otherwise I'm gonna have to do wall patching yet too. It covers up the blemish. Well, that's lucky. 3 foot 3, 3 foot 2. Okay, we're good. It's gonna move slightly this way. Okay, so now my painting is at the right height and it's centered on the wall. Here's a really cool trick that I have up my sleeve. If you want to put a light fixture somewhere, there's no hard wiring. Buy a light that's hardwired. Just tuck them behind and attach the light fixture like you usually would. Okay, just pretend that those don't exist. Here's where the magic trick comes in. You buy one of these magic bulbs, an LED light that you charge in a normal lamp socket, and then when it's charged, it can run 6 to 8 hours. This one's 3 modes, like dimmable. 6 to 8 hours before you need to charge it again and pop them out and put it in a regular light. I don't think these sconces are going to be on longer than 8 hours, and the whole life they're on here because they're mostly decorative. But how cool is that? So you just want to make sure you get one with a remote so that you don't have to stick your hand in the sconce to turn it on every time. You just have a remote, you click the button, and the sconces go on. This room is starting to give me really good vibes, like fancy and upscale, and I don't even know, I just gotta make that face like. You guys, the velvet, the puddling on the ground, like, it's everything. This curtain, oh my gosh. It just brought the vibe in this room, let me tell you. Whew, amazing, amazing. All right, now to accentuate the center of the room, I'm gonna be putting out a rug too. And this is gonna go right under the desk. This is just gonna pull all the colors of my design together, and it's gonna hide some of the seams of my carpet tiles on the floor. I love this rug. Wow, it's pretty. Don't be afraid to layer rugs on top of carpet. Rugs can do an amazing thing for the design of your space. Rugs can ground a space, and they can designate off different areas and make your design more cohesive and more clear. Like, what do you use the space for? In this room, it's also perfect for some yoga. I'm actually legitimately good at yoga, so I'm gonna do crow now. I almost fell forward. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried that that rug is busy for the space, so I have another rug that's simpler. I'm gonna put it down and see if that works better. I actually think I like this one better in the room. I'm glad I bought two. I can just return the one I don't use, but I am really surprised. Like, this is not what I was expecting. I'm frustrated. I've been scrambling today to finish the room, and I finished it, and I have like 15 minutes to take footage, which usually it takes like an hour. I need to carve out an hour to get photos and video footage of all the angles and everything. And in the short amount of time I have left, it suddenly got overcast, and like all the light, all the natural light in the room just went away. Struggles of a content creator. I do anticipate actually working here. You know, I have been trying to get my hands on a space as an office for a while now. My house is just full of kids and mess, and I think this is really the perfect little spot for me to come and really focus in on Welcome to the Woods, my business, and my plans and what I'm gonna do. And I usually come to the lake house to work on projects and renovations, but now I'll also have a space at the lake house where I can come and work on computer stuff and planning. One thing that makes this desk so amazing is that it is height adjustable and fully electric. Watch how fast it changes height positions. You can just hit the button and up it goes. So whatever is most comfortable for your working position and your ergonomics, you can have. Look how tall it gets. You can do standing if you want. It gets really tall. Height is almost 47 inches tall. This is actually too tall for me as a standing desk. I'm 5'6". I legitimately need it shorter as a standing desk. Isn't that incredible? There, that's like perfect. 42. And whatever height you like best, you can set memory heights. So like if you want to set the memory for whatever you like to work at standing height, and then the memory for whatever height you enjoy at sitting, you can set that. You can program the desk to know your preferences. Oh my gosh, this is so wonderful. I feel so much more productive when I stand. Wow, this is gonna be like, let's order some desks. Fezzibo desks offer high quality furniture at affordable prices, and right now their sale with my coupon code in the description is going to get you the best price. If you're looking for a fully adjustable electric desk, this one is a great option because the triple motors allow changing from the sitting position to standing position to be both smooth, quiet, and quick. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna let you go and I'm gonna go get some work done, answer some emails in my brand new office. I feel so comfortable in here, but also I feel like it's a little too nice for me. It's pretty swanky. What did you think in the comments below? I wanna read them all. Did you like it? Are there finishes you would have chosen differently? Is this a style that you would implement in your own home? Let me know. Thanks so much for watching Welcome to the Woods. We'll catch you again next time.